Hi guys, thanks so much for watching the Weekly Connect for this first weekend in March. We're going to be concentrating on Psalm 23 today, learning a lot of what they're learning in Big Service as well. So we're going to continue going along so families can discuss what they've learned in church together. So the Lord is our shepherd, Psalm 23. We're going to be discussing that with the kids today and breaking that down in big story. We do have a new memory verse. It's 1 John 4:7, and I'm so excited that we actually have a song that goes along with this, and that is on the disc. So the kids will be learning the motions with the song and learning to sing the song. If your campus doesn't have the motions and they just sing along, the kids are still going to learn it because they're going to be singing it week after week. So there's going to be a lot of kids remembering the memory verse. Again, that's 1 John 4:7. Dear friends, let us love one another, for love comes from God. Everyone who loves has been born of God and knows God. So great memory verse for us to have this month. That's what we're going to go with. And like I said, we're going to be learning about Psalm 23 today. So when the kids come in during your opening activity, they will each get this paper to write your own psalm. And on this piece of paper, they just have to fill it out. Because the Lord is blank, they fill that out. I will never blank. Lord, you are, then they fill that out. Thank you for I always blank. And so they're going to fill this all the way out. So if they complete everything on here, they will have a nice psalm that they can take home from us for themselves. If you have younger kids and you need to help them write, you can certainly do that. If you prefer to just do one psalm for the whole class, you can do that if that's a little bit easier. But it will be fun for you to hear some of the psalms that your kids come up with just by answering those questions. Then you're going to transition into your large group. And your connect question is to just talk to your neighbor about what he or she knows about sheep. So kids are just going to be getting into little groups and kind of talking about what they know about sheep. And then when you start your story, we have pictures of sheep and shepherds on the disc for you. And you can go through some of the information. It's all written out for you in the curriculum. You can just go through some of the information, all the interesting facts that we know about sheep. And then we're going to just kind of land on and stress how sheep's really, in order to survive, in order to live, they really need their shepherds. They really, the shepherd's really in control of them. The shepherd really guides them. The shepherd is one that protects them, and they really need their shepherd, just as we are all sheep and the Lord is our shepherd. And then we have the 23rd Psalm all broken down and easy to read, going through the psalm verse by verse, and that's all in your story time. Now, if you don't want to go through the psalm verse for verse, or you have a better way to do that, as always, make it your own. Do the story however it works best for you. Just make sure that you are getting across to the kids that the Lord is our shepherd and we need him. And when we don't follow him, when we don't do things his way or follow the paths that he has set out for us, if we don't listen and take time to listen to actually what he wants for our lives, if we don't do those things, that we miss out on so many of his blessings. So that's the point we're really trying to get to the kids. Then, of course, you're going to go right into worship and offering. Make sure, as always, that you collect the offering and let the kids know exactly what you are collecting the offering for. And then you have 5 new worship songs that you will be doing. As I said before, you do have a memory verse worship song that'll be super fun to do with the kids, to teach them their verse, right along with worshiping with them. And then you have your blessing. And the blessing today is going to be reading Psalm 23 all the way through. So you're just going to read the entire psalm all the way through, and then you'll bless the kids by telling them, may you feel God's love for you today and always. May you always stay close to him so that he may lead you down the right paths and you may be blessed by him. So that's your blessing. Then you'll transition back into your groups. As always, you have your after story time reflection questions, so do those however it works best for you. And then you'll have your activity. And today we're doing an activity where you will just kind of make an obstacle course kind of thing in your room. You can use your chairs, you can use pieces of paper, you can use tables, however you want to do it. You'll set the kids up in 2 teams, and then you will use blindfolds. You'll have blindfolds for them. So you want to blindfold one of the both of the kids that it's their turn to go. I'm sorry, my dog's crying. She's making me so distracted. If you blindfold the kids that are in front, you'll have somebody be the shepherd and somebody be the sheep. So the blindfolded person is obviously the sheep. And what you'll have is the person who is the shepherd explaining to them exactly where they need to go. So if you're using papers on the floor, what you're going to be doing is trying to have the shepherd tell the person how to go through this path without touching any of the paper. If you're using chairs, you want to make sure that the kids are safe. You don't want anybody hurt. But the shepherd is just guiding them with their words through the obstacle course, getting them all the way to one end of the room and then guiding them back with their words. If for any reason the sheep touches the paper or runs into a chair or somehow doesn't go through the obstacle correctly, they have to be going all the way back to the beginning of the race and start again. So when that happens, the shepherd can go ahead and grab them and physically move them, help them hold their hand or however they need to do it to move them back to the beginning and then start all over using only words. You may want to set this up as a game, put the two teams against each other. You may want to just do a timer if you want to just do one at a time, depending on how many kids you have in your class. You can do it like that. Just something we're just getting across to the kids that how God guides us on our paths, we're now going to be guiding each other. As always, if you have extra time, just go ahead and teach the memory verse. You guys can go over the song again. You can find new ways to teach that memory verse. You can do that. And then you can do your work for next week. So the Bible work for next week is in Colossians 1:15 through 20. And it's we're going to be teaching the kids that Jesus is the Redeemer. So that's the plan. If you have any questions, ask your campus director. They'll be happy to help you. You can always email me as well. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope this helped you to plan your lesson. Bye.